Hi everyone, welcome to Vesna TV. I'm Vesna. Thank you so much for dropping by. So today I am using some rocks to create three different kind of Halloween decor DIYs. So I'll be using these rocks, that little succulent that I showed you, that's from the Dollar Tree, some spray paint, some pipe cleaners, and a pot. So the spray paint that I'm using is this heirloom white. You can totally use any kind of white that you have. That's the one that I had on hand. And so I spray paint all of the rocks, and I'm also using three beads. They're wood beads for these DIYs, and they're all in like a theme of eyeballs. So very inexpensive because the rocks you can either get from your garden or from the Dollar Tree, and everything else is from the Dollar Tree as well. So again, I've spray painted these rocks and I am just going to draw some eyeballs on them. And I'm using a black Sharpie to outline the eye, and then the middle part of the eye I'm also using just a black Sharpie, and then I'm using paint for around the eye. So you can use whatever colors you'd like. I also use a red Sharpie to kind of have like bloodshot eyes. So again, really easy, really simple DIYs. They're not even really DIYs, just kind of like fun little Halloween decor things to do. We're also going to be doing these with my boys, so I thought it would be a nice little thing to add to throughout my home for decor, and I thought I'd share it with you as well. I love to do intricate DIYs as well, like something that's a little bit more in depth, something that's a little bit maybe more creative. But sometimes it's fun just to do something really simple, really quick, and something that you can even do with the kiddos if you wanted to. My kids love painting rocks, so this was a little fun activity that I thought we could do together as well. I wound up doing these myself, but we are doing a set this weekend for they like to have themed decor in their rooms as well. They're very cute. They get right into mummy's decorating and Halloween and all that stuff. So it's really nice to have that with them. So for the paint, I'm using four different colors. I'm using two different shades of green and two different shades of blue. And obviously you can use any colors that you'd like. This is just ones that I decided to go with. I really like the look of them. And what I'm doing is I'm applying the lighter shade of the green, and then I apply the darker shade, and then vice versa, and same with the blue. And the top coat that I apply, I don't wait for the bottom one to dry. I just kind of dab it on so they kind of blend together, and to me they kind of look like eyes then. And I do this for all of the rocks and the wooden beads because I will be using all of them for my decor. So like I said, I'm doing this for each and every one of them. And then except for the few rocks that I leave to draw like bloodshot eyes. So again, I just add a red Sharpie and I kind of do my own little design for bloodshot eyes. You could use paint if you wanted to. I just thought it would be easier with a Sharpie. I did not record myself drawing the veins, like the bloodshot veins for the eyes. So here's just a little clip of what they look like. And then I went ahead and I spray painted this pot. So this will be what I'm going to use some of those eyeballs for. Before I spray painted, I added some hot glue to the sides to make it look like, I don't know, like it was like spilling stuff. I did wind up not doing anything with that, but it just added a bit of texture to the pot. But my idea was that I was gonna spray paint it and then do a little bit of a design. But I kind of did it off, and I should have done it a different way. I should have spray painted it first, and then added the hot glue, and then painted like very lightly with it. But I kind of gave up on that idea midway through. But you can, that's how you kind of add a little bit of texture to your pots if you wanted to. And then I used four pipe cleaners. Well, I used 12 of them, but four in each of these stems, these things that I'm creating to make stems for this little pot that I spray painted. And I am just kind of twirling them into one stem so that they're a little bit thicker. You can, if you want it to be a little bit more sturdy, you can add just like a little wooden dowel and wrap them around the wooden dowel and then paint them. It'll make them a little bit more sturdy, but then they will also be kind of straight instead of kind of windy and stuff like that. So then I added I painted them with some green spray paint, and then I added a little dowel to the bottom so that I could put them in my pot. I only had the wet foam, floral foam, so it doesn't like poke as nicely, so I use that wooden dowel so it wouldn't fall apart. And I just put these in there as best as I could. Then I'm going to be attaching the wooden beads to the top of these so that it looks like instead of the flower, it's an eyeball. And then I wind up, because they're a little bit flimsy, the wooden dowels are obviously heavier than the pipe cleaners. So I'm just wrapping them kind of all together and then making it like a shorter bouquet. You'll see what I mean after I finish doing that. I'll show you what I've done. But you will have to, if you're using kind of floral foam, you might have to do something to poke a hole. So some like a wooden dowel or something a little bit thicker, because the pipe cleaners on their own won't be enough. Just at the bottom though, you don't have to attach it to the top unless you want straight stems. I wanted them to kind of look like crazy flimsy stems. I didn't hot glue the beads onto there because the pipe cleaners were thick enough that I could just put it into the little hole that was in the bead. But if you don't have a hole, or if you want it to be a little bit more secure, you could add a bit of hot glue in there. And then I added some deer moss to the bottom of the pot just to cover that floral foam and cover if there's any of the dowel showing through or anything like that. And I adjusted everything so that it wouldn't be flimsy. And that's all there was to this guy. Really easy, really fun to make, and kind of spooky, but not like super gory, because like I said, my kids are still little, so I don't want to make it too scary. So for this next decor item, I'm not doing much. I'm just adding this green plate. If you have any Halloween themed plates, this would be great too. I thought I had some, but I can't find anything. We did a whole kitchen remodel, so everything is kind of everywhere. So I added just this kind of spooky little, it's a tablecloth, and I just kind of put it all together with a little bit of the fake webbing, and I put the eyeballs on there so it looks like a bowl of eyeballs. They also have these cups at the Dollar Tree that I saw last year. I don't know if they have them this year, that have like, they look like it's a hand holding a cup. They're kind of spooky. You could fill it up with these as well. Just a cute little decor piece. And I live by the airport, so just bear with the noise. Yes, it's a small airport, so it just happens once in a while, but it's pretty loud when it happens. So anyway, here's what it looks like. Great little piece. You can put it on like a console table, a cup of eyeballs, or a plate or a bowl of eyeballs, not eyebrows. My goodness, I cannot talk. Anyway, super easy, this one. As long as once you've painted your eyeballs, that's all there is to it. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to add eyeballs even to my trays and stuff like that. So having these little guys with all the different shapes is kind of neat. And then for the last one, this is like even easier than this one, or just as easy as this one. I just took that little succulent that I showed you at the beginning, and I just hot glued one of the eyeballs onto it. I just kind of picked one that I thought would fit nicest onto the succulent, and instead of having like the middle part of the succulent, it's an eyeball. Again, like a cute little plant theme. It could go great in a tray, or anywhere. Like if you wanted to make like a little, like a trio of these three, if you did it in like a bowl of eyebrows, a little succulent, and a little plant, it's a cute little DIY. So anyway, let me know what you think of these. I thought they were super cute, super easy, very inexpensive to make. Could just be stuff that you have around the house. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below, and we'll see you next week. I hope that next week I'll be able to do something a little bit more intricate. It'll be either next week or the week after that I do my Sanderson Sisters Hocus Pocus themed DIY, because the movie is coming out and I love to add those kinds of decor items into my collection. It's a little bit more time consuming to make, so it just depends how much time I have this week. But either or, I'll make those. I have two more videos that I think I'm going to make for Halloween, and then I'll be done. I'll show you some of my home reno stuff. And then in October, I will be shifting to Christmas, which seems kind of scary, but if you wanted to get stuff done, then you need to have it done for, for Christmas. You start decorating, sometime in November, so you want to get them all done by November, hopefully. And the stores start having stuff already, so you want to be kind of in with the stores, and so that way you can go get your stuff and get things going so it doesn't sell out. But anyway, couple more Halloween videos, either 2 or 3. I haven't decided. Depends on how long it takes me to make some of these things that I have planned out, because I plan these things out and it just depends on time and how long things take me, or how hard they become. Sometimes they become frustrating, which I share with you. Because sometimes I find that we watch people make things and they make it look really easy, but then you go and do it yourself and you're like, what is this? This is so difficult. This didn't work. This didn't work. So I kind of like to show you some of my frustrations, and hopefully you kind of learn from that. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I've been yabbering on too long. Have a great day. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.